Today, we're going to be reading Scarlett Braves the Flames, Heroic Cat to the Rescue. Chapter 1, Alley Life. In 1996, it wasn't unusual to get snow in New York City. But this wasn't a normal snowstorm. It was a blizzard, the worst in nearly 50 years. Some areas got almost 30 inches, or 76 centimeters, of cold, white snow. Most New Yorkers hunkered down in their warm homes, waiting for the snow to melt and the streets to clear. But not everyone had that option. Some were strays, like the cat that would one day be named Scarlett. She had spent her first year of life alone on the streets of Brooklyn. Not only did Scarlett not have a home, she didn't know what a home was. Still, though homeless and hungry, she did her best to get by. She found shelter wherever she could. She ate food whenever she found food left behind. She made do with a meal here and there and a dry place to sleep. As it did every year, spring arrived and the snow and ice finally thawed. With the change in seasons came new troubles. Spring rains and chilly winds made finding food and shelter just as difficult as in winter. Chapter 2, A Winding Path. Scarlett needed a quiet, dry place to stay, now more than ever. Because she was pregnant. Scarlett was about to become a mother. But finding somewhere to sleep in New York wasn't easy. All the good spots were taken and closely guarded. Cats are territorial by nature, and Brooklyn cats seemed even more so. The abandoned auto shop didn't look very inviting. Inside it was cold, dirty, and musty. But at least it was dry, and there was a roof over her head. Scarlett couldn't afford to be picky. It was time for her kittens to be born. This place was no home for a new family. Yet, it would have to do. Chapter 3, An Avenue of Escape. To this day, no one knows how it started. Someone could have tossed away a lit match, or perhaps there was an electrical short. But shortly before dawn, on March 29th, 1996, a fire broke out in the abandoned Brooklyn auto shop, and Scarlett's 5 kittens were trapped in the blast. By the time New York Fire Department Hook and Ladder Company 175 showed up, the entire auto shop was engulfed in flames. Among the firefighters who arrived was David Gianelli. David was jokingly called the animal guy by his fellow firefighters. David had a soft spot for stray animals. He was known for going out of his way to help any cat or dog he found. This day would be no different. Meow. Dave, you hear that? Meow, meow. Yes, I do. Where's it coming from? It seems to be coming from over here. Meow, meow. What's this? Well, how did you 3 get in there? What Dave did know was the kittens hadn't made it outside on their own. Even at that moment, Scarlett was fast at work. It was her 4th trip back inside the burning building. Scarlett's paws and fur were badly burned, and she had breathed in a lot of dangerous smoke. But she still had one more trip to go. The lieutenant is asking for you. You're needed around front. When Dave next checked on the kittens, he was surprised to find the group of 3 had grown to 5. Say, where did you 2 come from? There you go, little guy. It's okay. You're all safe now. And you must be Mom. Chapter 4, Road to Recovery. Scarlett could barely move. She was exhausted. Her face was so badly burned that she couldn't open her eyes. But she had to make sure the job was finished. One by one, she touched each kitten with her nose. Look at that. It's like she's counting them. Finally, Scarlett collapsed from exhaustion. That morning, when Marge Stein answered the phone at the animal medical clinic where she worked, she had no idea she'd remember this call forever. Hello, this is the North Shore Animal Clinic. Can I help you? Marge, this time it's a cat. It's a cat and her kittens. Very, very badly burned. Just drop everything, put them into the car and get them to the medical center. I will alert them, and we will be waiting for you. Sure enough, Marge was true to her word. The director of the medical center, Dr. Bonnie Brown, was ready and waiting when Dave arrived with the mother cat and her kittens. The cats smelled of smoke and charcoal. Their burns were the worst Dr. Brown had ever seen. The kittens were all badly hurt, but their mother had suffered the most. Her paws were burned so badly that she couldn't walk on them. Her face would be forever scarred. The staff at the medical center named the cat Scarlett. They worked tirelessly to ease her pain and make sure that she was breathing properly. Scarlett and 4 of her kittens recovered from their injuries, but the 5th kitten had been through too much. Despite the efforts of her mother and the doctors, the kitten didn't survive. We're here at the North Shore Animal League to meet one heroic cat. Within a few days, news of Scarlett's heroic actions began to attract nationwide attention. She was featured in a variety of newspapers and on TV. The North Shore Animal League was flooded with thousands of calls. Hello? Yes? Scarlett's here. She's doing well and will have a full life. The people asked about Scarlett from as far away as South Africa, France, and England. But many weren't just curious about her health. They were asking to adopt her. Chapter 5, Easy Street. The staff of the North Shore Animal League knew Scarlett could only go to one family. They decided to have a letter writing contest to choose her forever home. Those interested in adopting Scarlett had to write an essay explaining why their family would be the best fit for her or her kittens. More than 1,000 people wrote in, but the center's votes were unanimous. They all chose Karen Wellen, a resident of Midwood, Brooklyn. Karen had been in a car accident that left her with lasting injuries. Around the same time, her pet cat had died. It had been in her family for 21 years. I've never met a cat like her. Karen said that if she took in another cat, it would have to be very special. It would be one with a condition similar to her own. Meanwhile, Scarlett's kittens were given in pairs to 2 other loving families. The new owners never forgot about Scarlett. They even sent Mother's Day cards to Scarlett to say how grateful they were for her bravery. Every year, it snows in New York City. But after Scarlett became a part of the Wellen family, she was never bothered by the weather because she had finally learned the true meaning of home.